Hello everyone, Steve here from Tech Toy Tinker and Retro Arena. Today I'm going to introduce Beta 1 of /TV for the Anbernic RG552. This is built on top of Black Seraph's image, which means you will need his TWRP recovery and his firmware to be able to use it. So you must still subscribe to his Patreon to get it. Basically what this is it's his Android 9 base image, which is working perfectly fine but has nothing in it, and then I've added all of the stuff that I do with /TV on top of it instead of making my own image, because there's no point in doing the same thing twice. The first thing on the screen here is Aether PS2 emulator. There are a few games that do work, but a lot of the more demanding ones do not, so keep a reasonable expectation when trying it. The same is true with Dolphin or Dolphin MMJ. There's a few games that work, but a lot do not also. I've used ATV Launcher to give it a more Android TV feel, and it's very easy to control with the D-pad or the joystick. Got the latest version of Kodi here. Nintendo 64 is working really well. I'll give you guys a quick example of that. While we're waiting for this, I should explain exactly how to install this. What you will do is you will use Black Seraph's image, so you'll install it from SD or Mask ROM, however you wish to do it. And then once that's done and booted, you'll simply shut down and turn the device back on holding the function button while you're pressing power to get into TWRP recovery. What you need to do here is take an SD card, format it to FAT32, and then you will download the zip from the link in the description on my website, and just place those files on the FAT32 card, put it in, and then at that point you click restore, switch your storage device to the SD, and then click on the file. It'll bring you to a screen where you see a bunch of boxes that are checked off. The only box you need to select is data, so only select data, and then go ahead and restore. Once it completes, click on install, and then click on the Open GApps 9.0 Pico, which is also in the zip. Install that as well, and then reboot your device, and you'll be on /TV. The reason why I did it this way is because it doesn't affect any updates. So every time he releases an update, you can update without erasing your files or getting anything in the way, because I've kept it all in the user partition. This is a free version of the app, so you will get ads with it. Okay. I don't include paid versions. If you want them, you have to buy them. Just wanted to give a quick example. That's one of the games that's always a little bit problematic, so I wanted to show that it's working okay. With Magisk here, the only things that I've included are the audio modification library and Viper, and to keep them in the user space, they've been disabled by default, so on first boot you will need to open Magisk, and you will need to re-enable them. Once that's done, you reboot, and then you can access Viper here. The reason why I've included Viper is because it gives you a tremendous amount of control over the audio quality and the audio output of your device. As you can see here, it's got a massive equalizer. Oops. You can control different aspects of the bass. You can control different parts of the surround sound as well. Dynamic system and Viper bass are for bass. You can also mess with the clarity. You can put sort of a protection on so you can't go too far and damage hearing. In order to activate this, you need to be on Legacy. So go to Settings, enable Legacy mode. PSP works reasonably well. Obviously, the harder games like God of War aren't going to work, but there are a large majority that will. I recommend using the Vulkan backend. I'm kind of intentionally, like this video here, I'm doing a fresh boot. So you're basically seeing what you're going to see when you do this yourself. So you have to go through and set up your folders and whatever. I'm doing that intentionally. This is more of a tutorial video, if anything. So as you can see, PSP, depending on the game you play, it works perfectly fine. One thing I have included that you should be careful when using is YouTube Advanced. So to get around this problem, all you have to do is click on the manager here. and then reinstall it quickly. The reason why is because if certain system apps, they don't carry over when I keep everything in user data, which is why you also have to reinstall GApps when this after you flash the data partition. That's pretty much all you have to do, though, is reinstall YouTube and flash GApps. The purpose of YouTube Vanced is that you can play a video or a song or whatever you want to play on YouTube, and you can minimize it so it's down in the corner, and then you can resume playing your games or doing whatever you want to do, and then have that down in the corner so you can watch or listen. I'll show you what I mean quickly.
Look,
So it sits down here. It'll sit down there in the corner, and you can do whatever it is that you want to do, and it'll play your songs and whatever. Moonlight and Parsec are both here because not everybody has an NVIDIA GPU, and the Parsec works with things that are non-NVIDIA. One of my favorite things is that we have the ability to play Android games, and we have Play Store, so you can just download all the games you've purchased on your phone on here.
Mom, why'd you marry that phony? What is wrong with you?
I got 6 days left and you're gonna need them. You can do your best, but I will defeat you. Get your hands off them. Oh, you like that? That's your mama instead of you. Breathe. Look at the pipsqueak go. You're dead. Oh, so come on, Pansy. We hit hard out here. Get this. Look at the pipsqueak go. Damn you. You're dead.
Well, that was fun. I feel better now.
after 5 years on the East Coast,
Play Store is also working properly. Also, if you use RetroArch 64, you can download cores like same CDI, which will give you Philips CDI and things like that. You will have to reinstall. You need to launch RetroArch and reinstall all the cores as well inside the application. But all in all, that's what's going to be in the beta 1 for /TV. Remember, you need to install GApps after you flash the data partition. And then also you need to launch RetroArch and download the cores, and you need to open Magisk and re-enable the modules. Netflix is also included in this build. However, currently when you log into Netflix, you're going to notice that the screen rotates sideways. But once you play your video, it goes to the proper orientation. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.